Away from the home is a great responsibility. Managers provide written policies and procedures to guide food handling practices. However, the last line of defense against foodborne illness is you, the food handler. Food safety really is in your hands. As a food handler who is or may need to become certified in food safety, you must know the steps to take to protect the safety of food that will be served to your customers. Some of your customers may be young children or the elderly, whose immune systems may not be able to fight off illness caused by contaminated food. Many safe food handling practices are related to personal hygiene. Personal hygiene is very important when working with food. If possible, wear clothes other than your uniform to work and change into a clean uniform once at work. Your clothes should be covered with a clean chef coat or apron before beginning work. Some operations provide chef coats and others provide aprons to wear over a shirt with the food service logo. Before work begins, check your appearance and hair restraint. If your hair is not completely covered by the hair restraint, be sure to tuck the extra hair under it. Hair can be an indirect and direct contaminator to food. Hats, hair coverings, or hair nets, along with beard restraints and clothing that covers body hair, need to be worn in the kitchen when preparing food. Remove all jewelry except for a plain wedding band because bacteria can hide in jewelry settings. Other jewelry, such as an earring, can pose a hazard if it falls in the food. Removing jewelry also protects you from injury should a necklace, bracelet, watch, or ring get caught in food production equipment. Medical alert bracelets may be worn around the ankle. Check your fingernails to ensure they are short and clean. Employers may provide a locker or other place to store personal items during the workday. When you are finished getting ready for work, wash your hands with warm water and soap. Thoroughly clean your hands by rubbing them together. Be sure to rub between your fingers and continue up your arms. Lather for 10 to 15 seconds before rinsing. Rinse your hands before drying them. The entire hand washing process should take 20 seconds. Singing the happy birthday song through twice takes about 20 seconds. When your hands are rinsed, if there is not an automatic faucet, turn off the water with a paper towel to avoid hand recontamination. Then use a single-use towel to dry your hands. Even properly washed hands may still have harmful bacteria or viruses on them. These two images show differences in microorganisms between properly washed hands and hands that were just rinsed. Just rinsing hands with water is not sufficient to reduce disease-causing microorganisms to non-harmful levels. Hands should never be washed in food preparation or sinks used for cleaning and sanitizing small equipment. To do so would promote cross-contamination. Hand-washing sinks should only be used for hand washing. They should be conveniently located by food preparation, food dispensing, and dishwashing areas as well as in restrooms. Hand washing stations should include potable or drinkable running water, soap, and disposable towels, continuous towel system, or heat air dryer located by the sinks. Ideally, your workplace includes a hand sink with an automatic faucet. This prevents employees from recontaminating hands because they do not need to touch handles to turn off the water. Use a single-use towel or forced air dryer to dry your hands rather than cloth towels or your apron. This image shows hands that were cleaned properly but became recontaminated when they were dried on an apron. Open cuts or wounds must be covered with both a bandage and glove or finger cut after hands have been washed. It is important to use a dry, durable, tight-fitting bandage. Use of a bandage and a glove provides a double barrier to cover cuts or wounds on hands, fingers, and wrists. When you perform non-food production and service activities such as taking out the trash, remove your apron and hang it up in an appropriate place away from production. Do not place it on the counter. When you return to work, wash your hands, remembering to sing the happy birthday song twice. Then inspect your apron before putting it back on. If the apron is dirty, replace it with a clean apron. It is necessary to wash hands between tasks. For example, if canned foods are on the menu, you may need to use a cart to load cases of product from the storeroom and return to the kitchen. After completion of this task, hands should be washed before handling food. Whenever you touch something that is not cleaned and sanitized, you need to wash your hands. Wash hands before entering the food production area, handling clean and sanitized equipment, and putting on gloves. Always wash hands after eating or drinking, using the restroom, smoking, coughing or sneezing, touching face or hair, using tissues or handkerchiefs, handling dirty or soiled equipment, wiping counters, cleaning spills or mopping floors, or taking out the trash. Gloves are one way to provide a barrier between hands and ready-to-eat foods, or those foods that won't receive further cooking. Wash hands between working with raw foods, like chicken, and ready-to-eat foods such as fresh vegetables, and between touching soiled and clean dishware. Gloves are packed with the clean side exposed. If dirty hands are touching the clean side of the gloves, the food can become contaminated. In this photo, the glowing purple color on the worker's hands indicates potential contaminants. Therefore, it is important that hands be clean before putting on a pair of gloves. Glove use is an important step in preventing the spread of bacteria from hands to ready-to-eat foods. To prevent cross-contamination, gloves should be changed. Hygiene impacts food safety. Remember, you are responsible for ensuring the safety of